You guys know what day it is? Sales day. 11/11. Hey friends, Timmy, welcome back to another video on Giz Audio, and today we have a video sponsored by Hi-Fi Go, the 11/11 sales. I'm here to recommend 10 items on Hi-Fi Go that you should purchase on 11/11, or at least, consider purchasing on 11/11, which is today. Let's just jump right into it. We have a cult classic, makes it in every sales recommendation video I've ever done, and that is the Elysian's S12. Normally $149, it is $109 right now. $40 off. I think that's the biggest it's ever been on sale. I was gonna put the Z12 and the S12 Pro on here, but after I found the S12 for like $109, I'm like, the other two aren't even worth it. Just get the S12. It's the best one anyways. And out of all the planar, even the new Keyfine Clanar, I still prefer the S12 sound. Next one is from Dunu, and it's not an IEM. It is the only earbuds I would ever recommend to anyone of you guys. This one is the Dunu Alpha 3, coming in at $75.99, used to be $79.99, so it's a $4 off, really not that much off, but it is the best built earbud I've ever tried, one of the best sound earbud I've ever tried, if not the best sound, and it's also the cheapest earbud that's out there. There's so many endgame buds floating around on the market, there's so much hype everywhere. Alpha 3. It competes with the best of them, plus it's built way better. Next item, also from Dunu, this one is the Falcon Ultra, warm leaning bassy IEM. Not really my cup of tea tuning wise most of the time, but the Falcon Ultra is surprisingly well done and is one of the only few warm IEMs I can recommend. It normally goes for $239.99, now going for $215.99, $24 off, man. So you can get yourself a Falcon Ultra and a pizza to go with it. Speaking of pizza, the next IEM kind of looks like a pizza. This one is the Awful Performer 5, normally $219.99, now only $179.99, another $40 off, man. This is a large pizza and a few drinks now and some sides, right? So the Alpha Performer 5 is absolutely amazing for the price. At full price, it's already amazing. It sits at one of the top $200 IEM ever made, at least on my metrics. So at $180, fantastic deal. Awful is a great brand. And the next one is also from Awful. This one is the Performer 8, normally $369.99, now going for $329.99, $40 off as well. Now the Performer 8 leans on being a brighter IEM, so for those of you who want a more neutral signature, I still prefer the Performer 5. Performer 8 does come across more detailed though, but again, it is leaning on the bright side. So for those of you who are treble heads, Performer 8 might be for you, and this is the best time to get it. Another IEM to consider around the $300 mark is the Moondrop Blessing 3, normally $319, now under $300 with only $271.99, $48 off. That's a weird amount to set a discount, but needless to say, that's a lot of money off for Blessing 3, right? Blessing 3, great IEM, vocal focus, great energy, vocals are so clean. The bass actually is good quality bass. Just not a lot of it, so bass heads are not really gonna be satisfied with this, but bass quality wise, the dynamics, great. Speaking of Moondrop, next one we have a cult favorite, the Starfield 2. I'm kidding. We have the Moondrop's Variations coming in at $442 instead of $520 retail price. $78 off, man. That's crazy. You can buy the Variation plus the new Aria 2 all for the price of a regular Variations. Now, Variations is probably the pinnacle of Harman Tune IEM. It's so clean, very airy, vocals are very forward and lively, the sub bass is rumbly, is both fun and correct all at the same time, and I've yet to find a Harman-like IEM that is as clean and as transparent sounding as the Variations. And yes, I do have the Nova, and no, the Nova is not as good as the Variations. Spoiler alert! Moving away from the Harmon-Tune IEM, we have another one at around $300-400 that I really enjoy. This thing is more tamed in the upper mid-range, giving you that kind of meatier or fuller sound as opposed to your regular Harman IEM. This one is the Studio 4 by Soft Ears. Great balanced sound, correct sounding mid-range, good amount of bass power as well, and a very nice smooth treble. Some would argue that it's a little bit boring, which is fair for those of you who like something a little bit more V-shaped, a little bit more fun, but this is just correct sounding and I love it. Coming in at only $368 as opposed to $449. Next up is a biggie. This one is the Elysian Acoustic Labs Diva 2023 6BA driver in-ear monitors. I read the entire name just because, all right? So this thing used to be $15.99. It's only $14.39 now, and this is all I have to say about the Diva. It's all in this video right here. You can just go ahead and watch it. I don't need to gush over this thing anymore, but I might anyways. This thing has 3 bass tunings and all of them sound good. Finally, a bass change implementation that's actually worth it, that's actually usable. All 3 settings sound fantastic and it offers you 3 distinctly different sound signatures. Big up for Elysian Diva, $160 off. And last but not least, coming in at $90 off at $509 instead of $599 is the Topping A90 Discreet, the amp that I'm using right now, the only amp you ever need for everything you own. Happy 11/11.